Something unusual will happen in the night sky on March 13th, and most people will never notice it. A distant star that has been shining quietly for thousands, maybe even millions of years will suddenly disappear. Not because the star dies, and not because something dramatic happens in the universe. Instead, the moon will slowly move across the sky and pass directly in front of that star, hiding its light from our view here on Earth. Astronomers call this event a lunar occultation. In simple terms, it's when the moon moves between Earth and a distant star, temporarily blocking its light. But when you stop and think about what's actually happening, it becomes much more fascinating. The moon, which is orbiting our planet at incredible speed, will briefly align with a star that exists light years away in the vastness of space. For a few minutes, two objects separated by unimaginable distance will appear perfectly lined up in our sky. Long before telescopes existed, ancient sky watchers paid very close attention to moments like this. When a star suddenly disappeared behind the moon, they believed the heavens were sending a message. To them, it symbolized a moment when truth was hidden only to return again. And what makes this event even more interesting is the timing. It happens only days before the spring equinox, the moment when day and night become nearly equal across the planet. For centuries, cultures around the world have seen this time as a symbol of balance, renewal, and the beginning of a new cycle. So tonight, we're going to explore what this cosmic moment really means and why something as simple as the moon hiding a star has fascinated humanity for thousands of years. From a scientific perspective, what will happen on March 13th is a well-known astronomical phenomenon called a lunar occultation. The word occultation simply means that one object passes directly in front of another and temporarily blocks it from view. In this case, the object doing the blocking is the moon. Although the moon appears calm and slow when we watch it rise each night, it is actually moving through space at incredible speed. As it orbits Earth, it travels roughly 3,700 kilometers per hour, completing one full orbit around our planet every 27 days. Because of this constant motion, the moon slowly shifts its position against the background of distant stars every night. If you watch the moon over several evenings, you'll notice that it appears in a slightly different place in the sky each time. Occasionally, the moon's path lines up perfectly with a star in the background. When that happens, the moon passes directly in front of that star from our perspective here on Earth. What makes this event fascinating is how sudden it looks. Because the moon has no atmosphere, its edge is extremely sharp. So when it moves in front of a star, the star doesn't gradually fade away. It simply disappears in an instant. Then, after a few minutes, as the moon continues its journey through space, the star suddenly reappears on the other side. Astronomers actually use events like this to study the moon's orbit and the positions of stars with incredible precision. What looks like a simple disappearance is actually a precise cosmic alignment happening across vast distances in space. Even though science explains exactly why these events happen, the night sky still affects us in a much deeper way. For thousands of years, humans have looked up at the moon and felt something powerful: curiosity, calmness, and sometimes even a sense of mystery. The moon has always represented cycles. It grows brighter night after night, reaches its full phase, and then slowly fades before beginning the cycle again. This rhythm has been observed by every civilization in human history. Because of this repeating pattern, many cultures connected the moon with reflection and inner awareness. When the moon interacted with other objects in the sky like planets or stars, people often believed These moments symbolized change or transformation. And even today, looking up at the night sky can create a quiet moment of perspective. For a brief second, the noise of everyday life fades away, and we remember that we're part of something much bigger. Events like the one happening on March 13th can feel symbolic because they mirror experiences we have in life. Sometimes clarity disappears, plans change, situations become uncertain. But just like the star hidden behind the moon, the truth often hasn't vanished at all. It's simply hidden for a short time. The star is still there, shining exactly as it always has. And sometimes that's the lesson the night sky quietly reminds us of. Moments of darkness are often temporary, and light eventually returns. In this video, we're going to explore 3 fascinating ideas connected to this cosmic moment. First, we'll look at how ancient civilizations interpreted events like this and why they believed the moon hiding a star symbolized hidden knowledge or temporary transformation. For early sky watchers, the heavens were more than just beautiful. They were a guide to understanding the rhythm of nature and life itself. Second, we'll explore why the timing of this event is particularly interesting. The occultation on March 13th happens only days before the Spring Equinox, one of the most important seasonal turning points of the year. This is the moment when day and night become nearly equal across the planet, symbolizing balance between light and darkness. For centuries, many cultures saw this moment as the beginning of renewal and growth. And third, near the end of this video, we'll talk about a simple reflection exercise inspired by lunar symbolism. It's not about mystical beliefs, it's about using natural cycles as reminders to slow down and check in with ourselves. The sky above us is constantly changing, constantly moving in patterns that humans have observed for thousands of years. And sometimes, when a star disappears behind the moon for just a few minutes, it can remind us of something important. Even the smallest cosmic events can inspire curiosity, reflection, and wonder. Before we continue exploring the deeper history and symbolism behind this event, take a moment to like this video and subscribe to the channel. It helps the channel grow, and it allows more people to discover these fascinating stories hidden in the night sky. For most of human history, the sky was not just something people observed, it was something they interpreted. Ancient civilizations believed the movements of celestial objects carried symbolic meaning. In Mesopotamia, some of the earliest astronomers carefully recorded events when the moon passed in front of stars. These moments were sometimes interpreted as times when knowledge was temporarily hidden. In Greek mythology, the moon was connected to Selene, the goddess who guided the night across the sky. When the moon covered a star, poets sometimes described it as the moon embracing the star for a moment before releasing it again. In ancient China, sky watchers carefully documented lunar occultations because they believed the heavens reflected the balance of nature on Earth. Even though these interpretations were symbolic rather than scientific, they show how deeply humans have always been connected to the sky. To our ancestors, the universe was not silent, it was constantly speaking through patterns and movements. Moments when light disappears have always carried a subtle lesson. When a star vanishes behind the moon, it reminds us how quickly things can change. One moment something feels stable and clear. The next moment it becomes uncertain. But just like the star behind the moon, not everything that disappears is truly gone. In life, we often experience moments where answers feel hidden. Plans change, clarity fades, and the future seems uncertain. Ancient sky watchers didn't interpret these moments as disasters. Instead, they saw them as reminders to slow down and observe carefully. Sometimes rushing forward when clarity is missing can lead to mistakes. The sky teaches patience, because just as the moon eventually moves on and the star reappears, many uncertainties in life resolve themselves with time. There is an old story told by ancient desert astronomers who spent their lives studying the stars. One night, a young traveler approached an old sky watcher sitting beside a small fire beneath the open sky. The traveler noticed the old man staring upward for hours, carefully observing the moon and stars. Curious, the traveler asked, "Why do you spend so much time watching the sky?" The old man smiled and pointed to the moon. "Because sometimes," he said, "the moon hides a star." The traveler looked confused. Why would that matter? The old sky watcher replied gently, "Because when the star returns, we remember how important its light is." Moments later, the moon moved slightly in its path, and the hidden star appeared again. The traveler watched in silence as the tiny light returned to the sky. And in that quiet moment, he understood something simple but powerful. Sometimes we only recognize the value of light after experiencing a moment of darkness. From a cosmic perspective, this event is a beautiful demonstration of geometry in space. The moon is about 384,000 kilometers away from Earth, while the star it hides could be dozens or even hundreds of light years away. Yet from our perspective, these objects appear to align perfectly. This is because our eyes see the sky as a flat dome, even though space is a vast three-dimensional environment. When the moon's path crosses our line of sight with a distant star, the star disappears behind it. Then, as the moon continues moving along its orbit, the star reappears. It's a reminder that the universe operates with extraordinary precision, even in moments that seem simple. For astrology enthusiasts, celestial events like the moon hiding a star are believed to influence each zodiac sign in unique ways. Let's explore how this moment might affect you personally. Aries, today, your natural energy and drive may feel slightly blocked as the hidden star mirrors a pause in momentum. This is a time to reflect before jumping into new projects or decisions. Instead of pushing forward aggressively, focus on observing your surroundings and listening to subtle signs. Journaling your thoughts or creating a small plan for your next steps will give you clarity once the moon moves on. Taurus, stability and security are core to your nature, but the lunar occultation encourages reassessment. What in your life feels truly secure, and what might be an illusion? Hidden opportunities may emerge if you slow down and examine the details you usually overlook. Trust patience as a tool. Today, rushing could obscure insights that are right in front of you. Gemini, your mind naturally flits between ideas and connections, but today you may experience a temporary mental fog. Communication may feel blocked or unclear. Use this pause to process information rather than act immediately. Journaling or meditating can help ideas simmer and emerge more clearly when clarity returns. Cancer, emotions are heightened for you today. The moon's passage over a star mirrors hidden feelings or subtle shifts in your relationships. Pay attention to intuition and emotional cues. Small gestures or comments could carry deeper significance. Reflection on family and personal bonds can reveal truths that were previously unnoticed. Leo, confidence and leadership define you, yet today something you desire may feel out of reach. This is not a setback but a prompt to strategize and observe before acting. Reflect on your goals and refine your approach. Opportunities may appear unexpectedly once the lunar alignment resolves. Virgo, details and planning are your strengths, but today a minor disruption could expose hidden opportunities. Reevaluate routines and examine overlooked areas of life. What feels mundane might contain insights or seeds for improvement. Precision combined with patience will turn challenges into advantages. Libra, balance and harmony are central to your well-being. Today, the occultation highlights areas of imbalance, personal or professional. Pay attention to relationships, responsibilities, and self-care. Subtle adjustments and conscious choices can restore equilibrium and allow opportunities to flow naturally. Scorpio, transformation is your theme, and today encourage introspection. Secrets or insights may surface, offering a chance to let go of what no longer serves you. Emotional depth and observation are key. This is a day to explore the unseen layers of life, uncovering truths that guide your evolution. Sagittarius, adventure and exploration call to you, but today the universe asks for reflection. Consider whether your next journey, physical, mental, or emotional, aligns with your higher purpose. Pausing to reassess plans ensures your energy is directed toward growth rather than distraction. Capricorn, discipline and long-term vision define you, yet the hidden star asks you to reconsider current strategies. Reassess goals, timelines, and priorities. Flexibility now allows you to adapt to circumstances and achieve greater results in the long run. This is a strategic pause, not a loss. Aquarius, innovation and originality are your strengths, but uncertainty today may spark fresh perspectives. Step back, observe patterns, and let ideas develop before implementing them. Unexpected insights may arise from quiet reflection or collaboration, revealing new possibilities. Pisces, intuition is heightened. The lunar occultation encourages deep interconnection. Meditation, dream journaling, or quiet contemplation can reveal answers to questions you've been avoiding. Trust your instincts. They are more aligned with cosmic timing today than logical reasoning. No matter your sign, this celestial moment reminds us that sometimes clarity disappears temporarily, but when the light returns, insights, opportunities, and truths often shine more brightly than ever. As the moon briefly hides a distant star on March 13th, we are reminded that even the smallest moments in the sky can carry profound meaning. What seems hidden or uncertain is rarely lost. It is simply waiting for the right time to reappear. Across history, humans have looked up at these celestial alignments and found guidance, reflection, and inspiration. Whether through ancient symbolism, scientific precision, or personal astrological insight, this lunar occultation invites us to pause, observe, and connect with the rhythms of the universe. For each zodiac sign, this is a time to reflect, reassess, and realign. Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. All of you can find lessons in patience, intuition, balance, and clarity. Moments of uncertainty are natural, but as the star re-emerges from behind the moon, it brings renewed insight, opportunities, and hope. So tonight, step outside if you can, look at the moon, and take a quiet moment to reflect. Breathe, observe, and remember that even in moments of darkness, the light is always returning. Let this cosmic event inspire curiosity, introspection, and a deeper connection to yourself and the universe. If this journey through the sky and your zodiac resonates with you, take a moment to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share your experience in the comments. The universe is always moving, and there are countless more cosmic stories waiting to be discovered. Don't miss them. On the evening of March 13th, step outside if the sky is clear. Look at the moon for a moment. Take 3 slow breaths. Then ask yourself a simple question. What in my life needs clarity right now? Sometimes reflection itself is enough. The universe moves in cycles. The moon grows brighter, fades away, and then returns again. Life follows similar patterns. Moments of uncertainty are often followed by moments of clarity. Comment below and tell me, what zodiac sign are you? And do you enjoy watching celestial events? If you enjoy exploring cosmic events and the mysteries of the universe, make sure to subscribe. The sky is always changing, and there are many more fascinating events coming soon. And remember, sometimes the universe tells its most beautiful stories in the quietest moments. Your experiences might inspire others to look up at the sky more often.